Okay, guys, 21st of May, 2021, Friday. All right, good morning to all of you once again. Right, market is not going down as long the Federal Reserve is pumping. All right, this is something that you must understand this. Now, before we start this morning session, right, since we are all here, wow, Jefferson, it's so early in the morning. See you guys. Okay. All right, there are about 36 of you guys. Jasmine, morning to you. Can I ask the 36 of you who are now my early birds, all right? How many of you actually kind of expect that today may not have MAO? How many of you actually inside your heart felt that today, this morning, I may not want to do my MAO? What do you think? All right, how many of you felt that way? All right, if you actually felt that way, key the word felt, FELT. All right, you say no, then just key the word no. All right, just do that. Jefferson, you say yes, Cal, as in morning. Oh, okay, you just, yeah, this time, first day I see you so early in the morning. Huh? Jerry, okay. Jerry say no. Philip say no. Wow, okay. Why no MAO? Oh, okay. Never felt that way. Wow. Okay. Serious. Thank you. All right. Honestly, I almost wanted to cancel it. Yeah. I think that if you are my student, you probably have saw the little sharing last night in our group chat under ending under sun. If you don't, if you didn't follow, you can actually take a look there yourself. I mean, yesterday, for me, okay, what I did was that after the little episode, I actually try to make myself be happier. But it's not the things that written that made me upset. It's just that after that itself, I received a lot of messages about people telling me, Cal, you see, we told you so, we told you so, we told you so. Now that is where the dampening part comes in, and that is really the one that made me very tired. And this morning, in order to sleep better, I actually had to drink some beer, which I'm not supposed to do because there's no alcohol at home. So I drink some beer, and this morning I came out with a very bad headache. I'm having a bad headache right now, and I just took some Panadols to just calm it down. But the thing is, this definitely today I'm definitely one shade paler. All right. So all I look at this said right. Then ask myself this. Then what am I doing MAO for every day? And the answer is because I need to do it for you guys, really. So despite having headache, despite I'm very tired physically and mentally, I still push on. I still wake up. I still do my stuff and rush it up all for you guys. So all I can say is this: it is very dampening. But on a flip note itself, right, when I see you guys say no this morning, all right, that means that you guys are not affected and you guys are strong and you guys are still wanting to do it. So maybe today, if I doesn't have the type of same enthusiasm, please accept my humble apology because sometimes I'm still human. Everybody go through up and downs, and I've been keeping very low profile, very quiet, and doing my thing properly. But still, end of the day, people just can't let go, right? I think you should know that if you Google me, you can still see the wow, absolutely incredible updates. Sometimes I really wonder, what is these guys should join our marketing team? We really need them because they are doing such a good job for me. Yeah, yeah, indeed, exactly, Philip. If actually I were to do that, right, I will actually play into their hand. You are actually right itself. Then undeniable. Then indeed, it's indeed yes. That's why I felt that way. But kind of just tired. It's just like you do so much for people, and then people just behave this way. It's very tiring. And I think that it's kudos to the person who wrote the article because wow, look at the way he write or she writes. Okay, fantastic. I'll tell you that it's fantastic. Even Ben was having thumbs up on it in a way. All right, so yeah, indeed, Chongming, indeed, yes, indeed. All right, thank you, Eric. Yeah, thank you, Eric, for that. Yeah, it's not. It is this. That's why people they ask me here, why don't your MAO just charge people for money? I don't want to do that because first of all, how much to charge you? Charge you what? For the knowledge that I share with you, I don't think it costs less than thousands of dollars. But if I charge you $1,000, then you're down $1,000. Then what happened next? You need to make back the $1,000 first before you make money. So I think as family members, you already given me the fair amount of money given us the fair amount of money for the cost fee. I don't see why should I charge you further. And seriously, this MAO itself, right? If you see the value of it, like what Arun have been saying, M Trader, even Sister Cynthia and stuff like that. Think about this: the type of money that you guys paid versus the MAO that I give every morning, I think the MAO worth more than easily. Let's say like we put this MAO worth $100 per day. How about that $100? 22 days is already 2,200, and I've been doing this for like 5 months, 6 months already. So this is more than $10,000 worth just the MAO alone, and still people behave that way. So that is whereby a bit of imbalance here lah. But thank you guys for all your encouragement. I'm not asking you guys to write all this to make me happy, but it's just like that I need to let it go so that I can feel that you can like I feel that that is the thing. Thank you, Louis, for that. Thank you, Jerry. Thank you, Chongming. Thank you, Gerald. Thank you, Colin. Yeah, indeed itself, right? Yeah, Colin, I understand that. This is where I know that this particular forum is like that. But the worst thing is that it's not I'm being concerned, it's the people around me. The people around me are being concerned. It's like, which type of business is not multi-level now? Anything is all multi-level. Even a beauty care salon that's famous in Singapore, I won't mention name, they're doing ML also. So to me, is that it's just a misunderstanding. So I'm just wondering what if one day we come out our crazy coin? What do you think? I think it'll be whacked very heavily. All right, indeed. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Cheng Kui. Thank you so much. Yeah. Well, Colin, I mean, good intention. I would say good intention, maybe. Yeah. I have my reservation on this because I'm sure there's many forum, and anything under the sun is a very good forum to blast it to an open letter to us. Indeed. Yeah. Cool. It's okay. I'm just, let it go. I need to guys let it go. Let you guys understand that really this morning I almost really wanted to just call it quit. Seriously, I'm not kidding. Yes, indeed. Yeah, Jefferson. Indeed, some people charge for Zoom and some people charge minimally a few $100. But yeah. Indeed, that's why we are family members, Jerry. That's why we are doing this. All right, guys. Sorry to wrap it up this morning with all this sharing, but it's in-house, right? It's in-house, so that's why we are talking about this. Yeah. Thank you, guys. I just need you guys, if you actually, indeed, Joe, Apple was once whacked by people. Tesla was whacked to the ground until, things like that. So that's why I tell myself this: look at Apple, look at Tesla, look at, all these companies, all right? They were there at the bottom, right, before they were here later on. So that is the reason why I think a lot of things you guys must understand, and hopefully your positiveness will spread back towards our own people, because some people are affected. Yeah, they're affected. So that's why your typing now, your comments right now will definitely help to smoothen this effect. Can you do that while I'm doing my MAO? Think something that you want to write to all the TWB students and put it there, because I'm actually video recording all the comments actually on YouTube. So if you can write whatever you feel about this MAO, seriously, just write it there. All right, just write it there. So if these guys are going to affect me by doing all this, maybe you guys can affect them by writing what you feel in the MAO and write into this comment group chat, because end of the day, you'll see lots of stuff. Wow, thank you so much, love. Thank you so much. All right, thank you. Let's continue that. Thank you. All right, so what do you think about Bitcoin? Now, basically, it's all right. When it was $30,000, when a friend of mine called me, tell me, Cal, can we sell Bitcoin now? I said, why? I told him that he told me because there's a lot of people selling Bitcoin right now. I said, who are these people? And he said, they're all the foreigners and this and that. Then I told him, my friend, the foreigners are selling, right? Okay, he said, yeah. Then who's buying? Now that moment is caught this guy really, really stunned. Okay, so he asked me, maybe the boys are also selling. Okay, then who's buying? If you are telling me the boys are selling, the retails are selling, the institutional are selling, then who the hell is buying? Now, at this junction here, my friend couldn't answer me because he had never thought of that. Because in his opinion, market down means a lot of seller. All right, a lot of seller. But the thing is this, what is actually happening right now is that this actually happened. You see, a Bitcoin whale sold 3,000 Bitcoin. Now, 3,000 Bitcoin, how much money is that? Let me tell you this. 3,000 Bitcoin multiplied by the value of 58,000. Someone sold $174 million worth of Bitcoin at 58,000. And now he bought back at average price 30 over 1,000. So that means that he basically is right? He has sold entire value and now got it the same amount back or more Bitcoin at a cheaper price. In fact, half of the price. Now you understand what's happening right now. Remember it that I told you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, Joe. Really appreciate it. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Jerry. Thank you, Jasmine and Fred. All right. Yes, please press the like button now. Yeah, the like button. That will be the top one that you should be pressing. Indeed. Okay. Okay. Thank you guys so much. I did. All right, so you think about this. Remember, I warned you guys about this Bitcoin at 55,000. I told you guys one thing. I say the upside itself, if let's say go 100,000, is only 100%, right? So I told you guys before that this doesn't really gel well, because if I'm going to invest something and only make 100%, yeah, it's okay. But in the crypto space itself, making 100% is no longer a fanciful thing. In fact, it's a very, very normal thing. All right, it's very, very normal. All right, so that is the problem here. Okay, that is the problem here itself. So what happened next is that the thing comes in. Oh, give me a minute. Sorry, give me one moment, guys. One more. I forgot about this thing. All right, sorry about that. Sorry, yeah, something. A message just came in. Okay, so sorry about that. So you think about this. So of course, you think about that, right? So at that moment itself, I tell you guys, I got this inkling feeling that I believe that Bitcoin had to pull back first. And I was telling my friend that 30,000 will be definitely very useful, because what, at least you buy at 30,000 and you go to 100,000 example, at least 3 times profit, at least to the boys makes a lot of sense. And we can see is very, very clearly that it's actually happening right now, that Bitcoin really came down to 30,000. So all I can say is that it's now very clearly is the right hand go to left hand or left hand go to right hand. I think that is what is happening right now. Okay. Okay. So guys, that is what I'm seeing in trading market. So yes, indeed. So I actually went through and was thinking what is the best way to do this. Okay, it's all about this. Okay, however difficult life may seem, there's always something you can do and succeed at, and that is whereby I find strength in this. And again, I would like to thank this particular person. I think Sister Cynthia, if you're hearing this, I totally appreciate you for, in a way, behind me, texting me and calming me down, and in fact give me my, in a way, indirectly send me my very lovely sweet that I like, the chocolate that I like, and also still this morning still come back in again and still tell me about your personal feeling in your life and share with me. I really thank you. Now this is the type of things that really makes me it touches me, and I know that that is why I'm still here. All right, once again, for those who have been writing to me, thank you so much. I'm seeing all this. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, thank you. So let me just take something out. That's very important. A friend of mine just key something important for me. Thank you. All right, so disclaimer as usual. So regardless, thank you guys for all your support. Please look through this disclaimer and make sure that you understand that whatever I share is based on my personal feeling, and I will really appreciate that. Now, for those who just joined us this morning, you probably have scanned through the messages that on the comment page. It's just a simple note here. Definitely it's all right. Those things online is really terrible. And of course, if I were to quit, they'll playing into their hands. So why don't we just counter them and say, all right, can you kindly write something? If you think that this MAO is really worth the salt, worth the money, worth your time to listen to me, key your comments into the comment box so that at least when you utilize it, people can see the difference there. Okay, thank you so much once again. All right, appreciate that. All right, so let's just talk about some bullishness in the market right now. You can see very, very clearly that the market itself that bounces back, okay, it bounces back. And now the small cap is back above the 200-day MA, but still below the 50-day MA. So what is already happening right now? We are having the market recovery, but the question is this recovery going to stay on? Well, I keep on saying this and keep on saying this. As long as the Federal Reserve is behind the scene, as long as they are pumping the money, there's no way the market can go down. But there's a but here itself, that it depends on how much money do they want to pump. And we just saw in numbers, they have went past the $300 billion mark. Wow. So the more they're getting more from the initial 20 billion to 50 billion to 80 billion to 120 billion, last 3 days, they just came in as high as 300 billion. Now, that is the reason why the dollar is coming down. I've been telling you this. There's a rational reason why the dollar is coming down, because when someone is printing, the market will be flooded with the dollar, and you will see the reaction from the market. So seriously, this is what is happening right now. And you can see the dollar index was up based on fundamental economics. But you can see that the fundamental economic is just being flushed down by supply in the market. So this is really incredible. This is something that you must understand, that what is actually happening right now in the market. So I put it this way, I keep on using the word trap, T-R-A-P-P-E-D, all right? It's very, very clear that Federal Reserve is trapped. Now, think about this. What can they do next? They can only print. Because if they don't print, what happened? All right, the whole market will collapse. All right, but if they keep on printing, the market will eventually collapse because of hyperinflation, or even worse, stagflation. So regardless how they move right now, right, it's in a very precarious position no matter how. All right, do you agree with this? If you actually agree with that as well, right, please key the word trap, T-R-A-P-P-E-D. But if you have any insights that you think that we are not trapped, please key your answer right now. I would love to see your answer. For those who replied to, who gave me this comments and encouragement, like Pin, like Cheng Hui, like PH Tan, thank you very much again. Thank you, Jerry. Indeed, yeah, we are united. Indeed, thank you so much. Thank you, Joe, for this. Okay. All right, thank you, Jerry. Thank you. All right, Jasmine, thank you guys so much. Okay, so Colin felt that they are trapped. Dan Ho, yes. Toming, yes. Joe, yes. Fred, yes. Chongming, John Chong also stay trapped. All right, thank you guys for your participation. Now the thing is this, yes, indeed, it's definitely trapped. No, there's no other way out already. There's no other way, because you can see the numbers are not, not really moving. So you can see the 10-year yields. Wow, look at 10-year yields. Look at it. I mean, seriously, how can the 10-year yields with inflation ongoing now in a single day change direction to where it started off again? Think about this. How can that be happening? It's not possible. The only way is when they floods the market with a lot of money, which causes the bond, when they put the money in, right, the main objective is to buy the bonds, treasury bonds. So when the treasury bonds are being bought by the market, which is Federal Reserve, the yields have to come down. That is a fact of matter. So we don't need to know what the Federal is doing, but just look at the bond yields and the dollar. You can see exactly what they are doing. Though that's why equity market just goes up. It's always like that. It's never changed. So it's just like having a parent, okay, who knows that the child is not going in the right direction. But because if I spank the kid right now, the kid may actually bite back and beat me later, all right, and say that I'm bad parent. But if I don't spank this kid and let the kid continue, what will happen? This kid will think that, hey, since my mom and dad not going to give me a spank, and probably I'm doing right, or maybe I know it's wrong, but no one giving me any guidance, so I just continue what I do lah. And then what will happen? Eventually itself, right? What happened? We saw already, right? As usual itself, eventually this kid become an adult, and what happened? Well, things get very bad. So this is what I felt that indeed between the devil and the deep blue sea, indeed, exactly. And exactly correct, Jimmy. They're running out of ammo because they know that that is a problem. That's why they're printing, and this is the effect that now the dollar is seeing it. All right. So yes, indeed. So to my opinion, itself, Federal Reserve will just basically go in and go for the kill. But they're not doing that. And you can see why. It's very clear because now it's no one dare to do it and no one want to take the blame. So rather than why bother to spank the kid? Just try and hope for the best and pray, lor. So that is what is happening right now in the American market. So I keep on reminding you guys this. All right, if you trust the system, all right, just follow the system. It will be good for you. All right, if the system says buy, just buy. If the system says sell, you just stick to the sell side. Okay, that is what you need to do because that is now what's happening right now. So once again, guys, Okay, I'll go into some of the global news right now. Okay, Singapore COVID cases, as you can see now, long time I didn't talk about this because it ended, right? But now we are seeing more and more, and unfortunately, this morning, one new death have just come in. All right, so, if you're in any religion, please pray for this man, and hopefully he is going to rest in peace. All right. And of course, now we can see that even at Hougang Avenue 8, okay, apparently, right, this place itself, right, all the residents have to do testing now. So this is actually getting worse and worse. All right, so guys, please put on your mask, and not the type of mask that that doesn't help. Something that help more helpful. Okay. Yes, Colin, EU is printing even more. Yes, basically they're all fighting to be who's a better printer. Indeed. Yeah, correct. 骑虎难下 lah. Correct, Fred. Yeah, I don't blame them for printing, but this is just gonna cause more problem. Now, Israel and Hamas finally agreed to cease fire. That's a good thing about the Gaza conflict. That is good. So that's why, again, that gave a little bit of positive news in the market. But I can tell you this, in my opinion, it's all right. This is not going to end. Okay, this is not going to end. It's going to start again. I tell you that. Take my word for this. Because following this, I know that this is just a temporary thingy only. All right, now jobless claim has now dropped more than expected. Now, the one thing is that when they write this type of media report, right, it dropped more than expected, reduces, it looks good. It looks really good. But when you look at the numbers itself, right, it's alarming. It's really a crazy number. Now, these numbers before the pandemic time. Before pandemic time, the average is about maybe 130 to 150. Okay, I repeat, before pandemic time itself, right, this number is about 120 to 130. That is the usual number before the pandemic. Then, of course, pandemic happened, we have numbers surging. That one is totally understandable. But while we are talking about 1 year later, whereby the stock market, now back then the stock market, the Dow Jones was at how much again? Let me just take a quick look at the market. I can't remember already, lost track. Well, the Dow Jones back then itself, last year, okay, hold on. During a March period, this is 2020 March. Yeah, hold on. I can't remember it offhand. 2020 March itself, right? We have the market that's low of 18,000. Wow, 18. That was the Dow Jones. Now today, we have the Dow at 34,000. Can you see that? So at the peak here itself, at the peak here we have 18,000. Now prior to that was about 29,000. Okay, though to be fair, this period was 29,000. So can you see the impact there? So we're talking about the number of people are still jobless, quite a fair bit, but the Dow Jones has already up by another 5,000 points. So that is the reason why the market is behaving like that. Okay. All right. Hong Kong has just opened. Let me just quickly turn over there. Quick one. Apology for forgetting the time. Okay, Hong Kong has just gap up this morning. Hong Kong has just gap up. All right, expected because NASDAQ was up. Yesterday, Hong Kong closed at about 487 yesterday, and now it's gap up to 600 level. Now, Hong Kong is now trading above the MA30 level, so it looks positive. Let's look at China A50 for a quick one. China A50. China A50 also gap up, all right, but it is now, there's a bit resistant around here. There'll be some resistance around here about this 1774, 17714. Okay, that is the level here. That will be some form of resistance. I'm going to write it down for you guys. 17714 will be the resistance for the China A50. If the market can go above it, that'll be good. All right, at the moment now is here, but it's above MA200, also MA30. So at the moment now, China market is pretty strong. It's pretty strong. All right, that is for China. For Hong Kong, now there's some pullback because of the gap up, but you can see Hong Kong is still a bit above the MA30. So ideally, it looks still good. It still looks good for the upside. Okay, for this morning. Then we look at our own chart. There we go. Our own chart today is still positive above OP. Above OP, above pivot 1 is a buy for Hang Seng, all right, but the KSI is red, and you can see that the uptick on the red is quite high, so it's really showing you a problem here. So as long as Hang Seng stay below OP, right, you can't really go long. But if it goes above OP, well, Hang Seng have the power to go to 28,823. So traders, just take note, the Hang Seng have the KSI rate, and the rate is quite high in terms of movement. So there will be initial selling first, which you are seeing that right now. If you stay above OP, then the market will go up. Okay, only when that happens. Okay, all right. I'll come back to this later. In this, Jimmy, the market is totally distorted from reality. This is something that we all can see very clearly. But of course, we must understand from the Federal Reserve point of view, what can they do? They can't do anything else because they can only do is keep on printing and hope for the best. But if the money is not going to go into the economy, or if the economy is not going to recover, you're just going to have the same thing. So we do see the numbers are declining, which is that's what the market is eyeing at. But I can tell you that, right? Okay, this is because of so much money putting in, and of course, a lot of part-timers job. All right, so we can see from the clear picture of the whole thing right now, we have the initial jobless claim is 444,000. All right, a 444 number, cool number. And then the Philadelphia Federal Manufacturing is 31.5. This is scary because you can see that. You see the market itself basically don't care what is here. They don't care the manufacturing index. They look at it, okay, they know it's bad, but they shove it away. Then they look at this and they, okay, things are getting better. So that is how it is. And of course, when they pump out the stock market, people just, okay, never mind. So this is something that what we have seen on the Bitcoin, crypto, same thing. When crypto market was going to from 50,000 to 60,000, right? When we all know that it's getting a bit dicey, right? And you tell anybody about what's going to happen, no one will believe you. And of course, when the market from 62,000 drop all the way down to 30,000, then you have the same thing repeating again. It's always like that. It's never changed. So that's why in this market itself, we just had to follow the system, follow the rule, life will be better. Okay. Now, this is the Dow Jones yesterday. You can see from the very opening bell, the Dow Jones just went all the way up. Okay, relentless buying. This is very clear. The buying was not there. Okay. Okay, thank you, Joe. Quite impatient. Okay. All right. Thank you, Joe. I think I appreciate that. Okay. I will try to be more patient. I think I am very patient already. Okay, but never mind. I'll take that as a good comment. Thank you, Joe. Thank you so much. All right. So you can see over here. Okay, you can see that this is what happened to the Dow. Then there was some pullback, some profit taking. Then after that, it recovers back again. Interesting, the last half an hour, there was some profit taking. As you can see, it does seem that every time they would just push, then they will take profit, they push and take profit. So if you ask me what is this thing called? In trading, we call it as distribution. Distribution means what? That means that one hand is just pumping it up relentlessly, making sure that the market goes up. The other hand itself is just selling. You understand my point? It's just like when Bitcoin was at 55,000 to 60,000, right? How many of you felt that way? Let me ask you guys, it's not a hindsight question, because many of you actually expressed this to me, and during the MAOs, I also say that to you. Do you feel that when this is, let me bring the chart to you, easier to understand this better? Okay, guys, remember this Bitcoin? Where are you? Bitcoin? Okay, everybody take a look at Bitcoin. Okay, do you feel that way? Remember this Bitcoin? Oops, sorry. Now, Bitcoin, when it was going upwards, remember this period of time? When Bitcoin was pushing and pushing and pushing, right? Every time go higher, right? You notice that Bitcoin was going up, but you also notice that during this period of time when Bitcoin was trying to recover, Ethereum was surging, Dogecoin was going up, every coin was going up, but Bitcoin was not really going up. Remember that period? Guys, remember? If you remember keyword REM, all right, remember this period? So that was whereby you can see that the market was having a bit of problem already because it went up to high first, right? Hit the all-time high, and then it came down, went below the 80% mark. Then after that, it found a base and recovered. Now, during this period of time, you can see that Bitcoin was struggling to go higher. It went up higher, but it stopped there. Now, if you look and pay attention to great detail, look at this guy. Can you see this? This guy is a BNB. Do you notice that? Then you notice that there's another BNB right here. There were two BNB before the Bitcoin collapse. Now, don't you find it very familiar? Find it familiar? When did you last time saw the Bitcoin? I'm sorry, the market have a BNB back then. Now, let me just bring it back to you, okay? Let me bring back to you. So we bring back into this. Okay. All right, not the Dow, not here, but you look carefully. I bring you back to time. I bring you back into here. Back you to 2020 before pandemic. All right, now take a look, guys. I can't make it bigger. Okay, yeah, here we go. Can you see this? Now, before the market really sold down back then during pandemic time, do you notice that this actually happened? You see that? This is also a BNB. Can you see that? Okay. So I already told you guys, when you see BNB in the market, right, you have to be very, very careful, right? You see BNB in the market, you have to be very, very careful, because whenever you see BNB, that means that the boys are in. I already said this many times before. I'm not too sure how many of you remember what I said. I said that, right, whenever you see BNB in the market, right, you must be very, very careful, all right? Whether it's intraday, whether it's daily chart, you just have to remember that. So I will bring you one more to stun you a little bit. There we go. Okay, do you see that? Do you see that? That was a BNB on DEX recently, on DEX. And after the BNB finished, the next day DEX just come off very strongly. Okay, that's DEX. I give you one more to stun you more further. Take a look at here. Sorry. Do you see this now? This is crude oil. Crude oil, take a look, crude oil. You see that? Recently, crude oil, I call for sell. I tell you, crude oil will go for down, for sell. And indeed, what happened? Do you see that? Before this thing, another BNB. See that? Another BNB. So don't you find that this BNB itself is really incredible? All right, really, really incredible. So China A50, is it? Let me take a look at China A50. Let's take a look. Okay, China A50 BNB. Where? Sorry, yeah. Yes, indeed. This one, yeah, correct. You're right. China A50 also have a BNB back then, and then market, wow. Okay. All right. Now, what is the thing about China? Look carefully in China. This is the BNB back then. And look at the way China came down. But what was amazing is, if you actually have a Chinese friend, you can even tell them this. Let me perform a magic to you. Take this number here, okay, this number here, and multiply by 0.8. Your friends say, what? Then after that, what happened? You basically predicted the low of the market. Crazy. Isn't it crazy? Correct now. Wow, look at it. Look at the way the market hit the 80% mark. And you know how many days is that after that? Wow, take a look. That means from this point here to this point here, it's like 40 days later. 40 trading days later, the market hit the exact level that you punch through a calculator to your friend. And your friend like, what? How can you do that? How you did that? And then your friend like, how? I must pay you tens of thousands of dollars to learn from you this trick. Correct. And this trick costs you how much? Maybe a $2 cost. Why you must buy a calculator? That is why I love our 5% rule. That is why I actually appeal to the trainer, our senior, to create this indicator for us as well. I know that I promised to give it to you guys. I just want to give you in a better way to let you understand this before I throw it to you guys. So this is going to be incredible, right? So what I'm trying to say is BNB always will appear. So seriously, guys, we haven't seen any BNB yet in a way, or did we saw it? Well, if you look at it, you're going to be into it itself, right? There is a BNB right here recently on the Dow Jones. If you look at it, there is a BNB on the NASDAQ. That's why the NASDAQ fell. Can you see the BNB there? Beautiful, right? The BNB on the NASDAQ. And the S&P 500, do we see a BNB? Yes, we saw. So if we were to put the BNB across it and put the two lines there, you will roughly know where is the turning point. Yes, BNB can use for bottom up soon also. All right. Okay, sorry to jump the gun a little bit and just inform you guys how it works. So let's look at what happened to the S&P yesterday. S&P rebounded 1% by the tech shares, okay, breaking a 3 days losing streak. So yesterday we saw the NASDAQ up by 1.8% because the dollar was coming down. So the dollar comes down, it will basically helps the NASDAQ. The yield came down, so you have no inflation worry. So that was why the market went up. So the Dow Jones rallied 188 points, and we saw Netflix, Apple, Microsoft, Facebook, Alphabet. So isn't that the same thing? Isn't that the same thing? It's all the fangs. It is all the fangs. Okay, as long as the Federal Reserve want to pump the market, you go for the fangs. Because first of all, this is the fastest to push when the market cap is 25% to 26%. It's very easy to push. And of course, when the tech shares goes up, the rest will follow. So it's just like, the Pied Piper. You just have to push one, the rest will follow. And that is what is happening right now. Thank you, Arun. Right, it is amazing indeed. It is really amazing. It works, BNB work for upside and downside. Downside also can use, okay? All right, so Coinbase, of course, because of that, also went up. Okay, so everything also went up. Tesla also went up. MicroStrategy also go up. So think about this. That is why I say that this market is up. There's no space to go down as long as the Federal Reserve is in the house. Okay, it's always in the house. Okay, thank you, Eddie. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Thank you. So in terms of the news right now, okay, the market, there's some split view. Some of them are actually telling you don't rush in. Some people say that no worry, now the jobs are good, just continue to buy. Some are saying that, you know what, some tech shares you should avoid, some should add on. So there are three different views in the market. So it's up to you as an individual to see it. But if you look at it from our chart point of view, well, yesterday it opens above the pivot one. So above pivot one, above OP, there's only one thing to do. Only one thing to do. Guys, tell me, above OP, above pivot one, what can you do? Please write to me. Above OP, above pivot one, what can you do? Tell me, my friends, tell me exactly what you should do. There's only one thing to do, guys. Okay. Your right answer, I take some water. Yeah, indeed. Carl, yes, great answer. Jefferson, thank you. Right, we will send out this 5% indicator very soon, all right? And just for testing it, just to counter and check and verify, I think it's very useful. Okay, so thanks, Carl. You got it spot on. Indeed, the answer is CCRY. Now, you must have a rule first to apply, okay? CCRY, buy. And indeed, Carl, thank you. Eddie, Jerry, Jefferson, Chongming, good one, Chongming. Dan, correct. Fred, correct. Susan, correct. Okay, so as long as above OP, CCRY, buy. But Cal, KSI rate, then how? Lower down expectation, lower down quantity, that's all. You can still buy, but you just have to lower down your quantity and your expectation. So which means that if you see profit, you must take. So look at it, guys. So the market was sideways throughout the whole day. Initially, it went down first. But once it hit this point here itself, you notice that the market had to stabilize around this area. And then after that, we have the CCRY. But because the CCRY is at KTR -1, so it's not a good trade. But then again, that was the only one because once it crossed the OP, wow, that's it. Now, of course, at this junction here, you can't do anything. There's no CCRY available. But at least you know you cannot short. And you know that above OP, worst cannot short. So that's why you can see the KSI, I tell you the boys are buying all the way. The only thing is this, you should take profit along the way at KTR as well. Okay, so yesterday, in a short yesterday, you cannot really buy unless you try to squeeze your trade right here, right? Putting a stop loss far away, that is what you can do. But although your profit, you gain back the money, but of course, the range is pretty big. Now, the risk is not high. The risk is the same. No matter how much you trade, your risk is always identical to the last trade, which means that you risk $100, you only lose $100. You risk $200, you lose $200. There's no such thing as more risk in our system here. So we have been saying this for longest a while. We do not have a higher risk trade or lower risk trade. It's all the same. It's just about the money value that you're putting in. All right, thank you guys for validating it. Okay, so now we have done this area here. We now cross back to the charts and take a look. Okay, for the chart wise, let's take a look right now. Hong Kong. Hong Kong is still trading below the OP mark. You can see the impact of the KSI. China A50 is now still around the opening price, so there is still some buying in the market. Okay, so let's look at the Dow Jones first for conventional. Now, conventional chart still looks good. I said that yesterday. I'm going to repeat myself again. It still looks good. The MA30 today is somewhere here, and that's about 34,131. 34,131. Okay, that is the MA30. So as long as the Dow Jones stays above the MA30, the buyers, you are safe. Heard me? I repeat myself. As long as the Dow Jones stay at 34,131, or make it 30, it'll be easier for you to remember, then you are safe. Just remember that. That is the main thing. 34,130. Okay, as long as you stay above that, you are safe. Now, what if the Dow Jones stay below 34,131? Then, if you're a buyer, do consider to put some SWR position or take some partial profits. That's how you look at it. Okay. So then, how about the other things? Well, we have MLP that is somewhere here. Right, at 33,945 level, we have MLP over there. And of course, we have anything else? Yeah, nothing else. All right, now what is more important, you can see very nicely here, the 95% mark, 33338. As long as the Dow Jones stay up, there's no chance to come down. But if any time the Dow Jones do pull back, then I still believe that the Dow will go back down to this figure, 33338 level. Okay, that is the hallmark of this. But at the moment now, the trend, everything looks still positive for time being. Okay. Now the weekly chart is all right. We have the second week that is down, very long tail. We can see that it means a lot of artificial buying, and the market now stays above this trend line. Today is already Friday, so I think the key point will be this point here at 33,993. So as long as the Dow Jones stays above this price, 33,993, then the market is safe. All right. If the market do come down, I kind of don't really think that manner, but I don't like this BNB. That's it. This weekly chart BNB really irks me a little bit. I repeat myself. So I'm going to say this upfront once again on this recording right now. If the Dow Jones can find strength and go above this BNB, likely the Dow will go much higher, maybe to 36,000 level. Okay, 36,000. Okay, but if the market is to really goes below this BNB, then it is very clear that the Dow Jones can drop to 1,008. So that means about 31,000 level. Okay, can you see that? So I've given you my drawing, upside 36,000, downside 31,000. I know that this is like, wow, what a big difference, right? But if I tell you this, if I'm asking you as a trader point of view, and I'm asking you as an investor point of view itself, right? In terms of risk-reward ratio, in terms of profits, which one do you think makes a lot of sense to you as a trader? So that is my point here, is that now Federal Reserve had come in with 300 billion. We'll talk about this more in the second part of the MAO. All right, we'll come back to this later, okay? But that is my point here. All right. Okay, there is the Dow Jones. Let's look at today's Dow. Here we go. Okay, so today's Dow Jones actually is pretty positive. The market is above, opening price is between the two pivots. So as long as the market stays above that, thank you, Arun. Thank you. You buy. I also placed a buy limit there, 33,993 and 33,338. Yeah, these two numbers are good number. Quite nice, right? Yeah. You know, there's a lot of time I really want to invite some of you who have been supporting me all the way to go for a big drink out and just make merry and happy for one night. Yeah, really, that is really my thing in my mind. I mean, I'm a very simple guy. Other than my family, my time is spent at work, if not with people that I like. And I say I like means positive energy. So some of you guys are really very positive, and being with you guys really make me happy. But too bad COVID really made us, stay at home. So yeah, as how Gerald said, right, maybe if drink out via beer one day on Zoom. It's a good idea. It's a good idea. I will think about it. Okay. All right. So at the moment now, what I like and don't like is that the opening price is between two pivots. So by logic, above OP is a buy. So above OP is a buy, that is clear. But the problem is, look at the KSI, right? The KSI is red. And do you notice this KSI is surging? Now, I'll be very upfront here. It's very rare do I see KSI moving in this manner. Very rare. Okay, for you, Uncle Arun, I'll do that. Okay. All right. Very rare you see this thing happening. Yeah. So what does it tell me? Well, it tells me that the market, although is buying up, but the selling is actually in the market. So what will happen is there's two prongs to this. One, if the KSI turns green, if it turns green one day, wow, the Dow will shoot up. Okay, I'll be very clear here yourself. This may not be helpful to the bears, but you must understand that what will happen. Okay, but If the market is to come down, now put a sell stop here, guys. Put a sell stop here. Now, very rare you see me giving you calls at the market just like that. Very rare, right? Yeah, this time not listen to me, okay? Put a sell stop somewhere here. Sell stop. This sell stop is at 33,631. 33,631 sell stop. Now 33,631. Now it's very far away, right? It's 500 points away, so don't worry. Hardly, I don't think it'll hit today. But sell stop for today. Only for today. This sell stop is only for today. Only for today. So why do I say that? Because whenever a market is going upwards, but the KSI go downwards, right? Meaning red color, the market cannot break the previous low. If it happens, it'll be bad. Give me an example. I show you this, guys. Take a look at this one. Can you see this? The market was going up, but the KSI was red. Can you see that? So when the market broke the previous low, right, which is the next day low, the market sell down very fast. Can you see that? That's why we made money from here. So will this happen again? Likely. So as long as you see market is going up, but the KSI is red, always put a sell stop at the previous day low. Of course, you can actually sell at higher price, but I'm just giving you an example. Sell stop means that you put a level in advance, so that if the market triggers it, the system will sell for you. Just like you like buy limit, right? Now the price is this price, you have buy limit at the bottom, that's called buy limit. Sell stop is when the thing trigger, you have to activate something. Yes, indeed, you mean correct. Yeah. Okay, now of course, the question mark is this, Cal. Possible, man? Can market come down so much, so low? I don't know, but I'm just informing you. That is what I'm saying for today. Right, it's for today. I already say today. Don't anyhow screenshot my thing and then send around. Okay, it's only for today. Only for today. Sometimes itself, right? It's like this thing we have to do it. I know that some of you guys actually screenshooting whatever I say every day and then put it as a guiding light. I mean, I'm fine with that as long as you use it correctly. Don't use it wrongly. That is the thing. Thank you. Okay, so we have sell stop there, but then again, upside. Remember upside. There's upside potential. Okay, so NASDAQ. Now NASDAQ. Now we are hit a point that you have to be careful. That is a MA30. Now MA30 is about 13,522. 13,500. Yeah, indeed. This Fred recently is 500 points. Nothing in the market, indeed. But again, a lot of money, Okay, so for today, NASDAQ 13,522 is the MA30. So as long as the NASDAQ stays above 13,520, it is a buy. Now, I want to say this upfront, okay, as usual. All right, recently when the NASDAQ fell, I already told you guys there's an MA200 at the bottom. And I said that as long as the market stays above the MA200, the market will likely bounce and go up. I already said this. I don't know why people still misuse my words. And they say that Cal says that you break 200 will definitely go down. I say that it breaks, every market will break MA. MA is to be touched, broke, okay? But it's the aftermath result. What does it do? If it stays below the moving average, yes, it will go down lower. But if the market touches a moving average and rebound, that means it's support. So I don't understand why when the NASDAQ was coming down, I did tell people that, hey, those who are short, right, cover back some position first. And say, don't know what, they compare. And of course, and there's a local trainer who basically come in to call for buy and become I versus him. Oh my God, how can it be when I'm also calling the same thing? And I said much earlier, okay, because my MAO was in the morning, it's a morning MAO. His one was in the evening. So how can we have different things? No, sometimes it's right. It's always a laughable event when people behave in this manner. Okay, so now whatever it is, I'm just telling you that now 13,522 is a resistance come support. As long as the market can stay above 13,522, the market will go higher. Simple as that. If the market stays and close below 13,522, then there will be some selling. This person need more training. No, he's a student of ours. I mean, in fact, not students. It's students. Yeah. I mean, someone was just saying this, Kel, you charge 1,688. That person charged 3,000, so he's better than you. Just like, okay, lor. Yeah, charging cheaper is not good. Maybe. Maybe next time I should charge you all $20,000. Okay, anyway, this is what's happening right now. So guys, got an idea now? So for the NASDAQ, as long as stable 13,522, the NASDAQ is up. But if it goes below 13,522 today, be careful. Okay, I already said my views and my take already. You know, NASDAQ. Now today NASDAQ is okay. KSI is green in color. It's better than a Dow. CCRY is good. So based on CCRY day chart, it's a buy. So as long as the market stays above OP today for our own TWB chart, it's safe. Okay, it's safe. S&P 500. Now, S&P 500 have been ding-donging at the MA30 for a few days already, and that's probably why our SNG group itself is having hit left and right. But we make money overall, but still we're having a bit of problem here today. So let's take a look today. For today's MA30, we have around 4160. The thing is this, I can give you precise number every morning. Every morning, I can give you 4D numbers, right? 4-digit number, okay? And I can tell you precisely what to look out for, what number to look out, what to do, exactly. So it's very clear. As long as you write down these numbers and then you just follow through, you are fine. So above you buy, below you sell. It's as simple as that. And your risk reward control, just go do a lower time frame and control your risk. That's all about it. All right. So today the magic number for S&P is 4160. All right. I kind of ask you this. Have you seen any trainer in Singapore does morning MAO, everyday market analysis every day in the morning for their student at this time? Any trainer in Singapore? My circuit of trainer friend got smaller recently. Yeah, really got smaller. Because why? Because they felt that I overdone it, right? Like I break the code, by doing so much for student. So yeah, they hardly talk to me right now. Once in a while I text them, but they don't reply me lah. So when they don't reply you, you know that there's a gap between us already. Yeah. I do have a group of trainers friends in Singapore. Back then when we were all attacked, right? I gathered them as friends, and we were okay for one period of time. But when things got a bit quiet, things changed, and yeah. Okay. So how many of you have trainers that helping you guys to do morning MAO? Oh, Arun. But Arun, you go for other schools or not? You need other schools? Oh, Andrew, I'm the only one. Thank you. No free daily analysis. I need to pay lah. Need to pay. Oh, Lauren, thank you. All right, best community ever. Thank you. All right, so that is the number that I have for you, 4160 for S&P 500. They are busy making money, costs not as good as mine. Ayo, that means that I'm not making money, means my system is bad, leh. Joseph. 没有. That's cool. Oh, thank you, Kevin. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Cheng Hui. Thank you, Colin. All right, so 4160. All right, so at least no wonder my friends don't talk to me anymore, or friends, associates. There's this Chinese saying, right? 人走茶凉. Yeah, kind of feel that way. Okay, so that S&P 500 right now. So let's look at the NASDAQ S&P today. Never in the world. No lah, there's a lot of people having it lah. They make me charge money. Okay, now this is something I must warn S&P traders. Take a look, S&P traders. Now, same thing again. The price is going up. That's fine. Above OP is a buy. Yes, because it's between the two pivot. The only thing that's not so nice is the KSI is red. So traders, be careful. So that's why I give you the number already for the S&P 500. So to me, is that S&P today must stay above the opening price. The opening price today is 41.57. As long as S&P stay above 41.57, it's a buy. It's a buy. Oh, okay, Angela, thank you. Brian, sing the song. Okay. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Sam. Thank you for your affirmation. All right. Thank you. All right. So S&P, as long as stable OP, today is a long. Okay. I keep on reminding you guys, the word is long. The word is long. So as long as the market stay above OP, it's still long for today. All right. Okay, so that is that. Let's look at Hang Seng right now. Oh, Hang Seng pulled back quite a fair bit this morning. Pull back below the MA30. Not so nice, huh? Okay, so where is the MLP for today for Hang Seng? It's right here. So the Hang Seng just touched the MLP and then rebounded, but may pull back further. China 50, eh? China 50 not moving much, leh. China 50 is still okay, leh. Okay, so let's look at the NASDAQ is fine. Everything looks good. So why is Hong Kong selling? Interesting. Right. Hum sum. Hum sum. Not hum sub, okay, yeah. All right, so Hang Seng, not too sure why. Let's take a look at Hang Seng. Now I try to make it as easy to understand as possible to all my friends here. I know I joke around it, I crack stupid jokes, cold jokes, all right, but just to make this thing easier to understand. Just like last Saturday, it's all right. A lot of people say that last Saturday they like the session because that I try to make it very easy to understand, and of course the synergy, the thing. But do you know how much homework I put in to really understand the two guests? You know, I really had to stick with them and know them really in person. Of course, Yao Tong, I know him for some time, so it was easier for me. The other friend of mine, okay, I had to really understand him, and know that is where the thing comes in. And think about this: doing live for 2 hours when I actually got no script. Yeah, no script really. It's all here. And then I must turn around, twist around, and especially there was some technical problem at the start, right? Wow, I tell you this. Whew, it was mind incredible. Okay, now today Hang Seng, the opening price is above pivot one. Logically, it's a buy above OP. But there's a problem here. You notice this, the KSI. I told you guys, when you see the KSI is surging like this, not very good sign. And indeed now the Hang Seng is showing already. So you understand my point about KSI. Actually, KSI worth hell a lot of money, my friend. Look at it. Although you may say KL is a stupid indicator, why the price go up and your KSI is red? I tell you this, because you really don't know how to use the KSI yet. But once you actually study, you sit down, slowly go through the KSI, bit by bit, I can tell you the gem is there. I tell you that. Yeah, the gem is there. I tell you, that's why you really need to do this. You just need to really backtrack and you'll see my point. All right, Jefferson, thank you once again. Yeah, indeed. Thank you for that sharing. Yeah, it's not easy to do live. Trust me. Yes, indeed. All right, so that is what is happening right now on Hong Kong. Not too sure what's happening. Maybe can anyone? Colin, do you know or not? Any news or not? You're a newsman now. Let us know, okay? Okay, so we have come to that, and I promised Uncle Arun on DEX. I'll give you two part of DEX. First one is a conventional first. Now, DEX one, okay, I just remove all the thing for you, Uncle Arun. I'm going to do it for you, only for you, okay? Because you trade DEX. And I think some of you trade DEX also, right? Who trade DEX here? Those who trade DEX here, please key the word DEX. If you trade DEX, please key the word DEX right now. Then I will see that you guys are, how many of you are trading DEX? Okay, I'm going to redraw everything for Uncle Arun. Okay, redraw. Okay, Uncle Arun trade DEX, Colin trade DEX, Eric trade DEX, or Jerry will trade DEX. Well, Wilson and Azar trade DEX. Okay, cool. All right, then I will redraw everything for y'all. Kindly take a look. Now, first of all, you must understand that we have a Houston, we have a problem here. Patience, you trade DEX. Richard also, okay? So first of all, we have a BNB. Now, having a BNB is not a good sign. All right, when the market is going up. All right. So first thing is you have to put the two lines first. Now, interestingly, the BNB also happened to be the historical high for time being. So that gives a double whammy resistance right here now. This Miswa, I put it down here. King Hua, or you just join us, is it, King Hua? I just put it down so that I can put up my colors like a painter. Okay, first of all, I must draw up first, put my BNB. I'll have my 2 points. So these 2 points will tell me that I have to be very critical on myself. So first of all, you can see once I put up the BNB, the nearest BNB, you will notice that yesterday the market closed above the BNB SL line. So today, as long as nothing happened, today DEX will go up. I repeat, DEX will go up. You heard me loud and clear, right? As long as the market stays above the SL line, the DEX will go up. That's the first thing. Second, today we have to put in the MLP. The BMLP will be placed here. That is where you are for today. So the MLP happened to be below the BNB SL line, right? So that gives you another stronger upside potential. Then, of course, the MA. The MA is here. The MA is here now at about 15,260. So that means that we have 3 support lines over there. So basically, if the DEX pull back, they have to go through three layers of support before it breaks down. I repeat myself, DAX had to break down below 3 layers of support before it can come down. So that's why Uncle Arun and the rest of you guys for trading DAX, these 3 numbers you had to take note. So what are the numbers? I'm going to key it right now. 50 DAX, DAX support. DAX 3 levels of support. First number 15,318. Second number 15,295. And the third number is 15,260. So 3 numbers for you all to go and get it. Luis, thank you. Out of the many so-called gurus out there, Cal is the only one conduct daily MAO to make students learn better. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, appreciate that. I mean, that is, really thank you for that. Yeah, thank you so much. All right, so there are 3 numbers here itself. All right, if I'm not wrong, I just saw Sammy coming in. Sammy, are you here? All right, Sammy, I think I owe you an apology because you did a video for us. It's very, very good video and it inspired a lot of us. But apparently it's all right. Unfortunately, recently you are actually put side by side beside me and, things got a bit ugly. I'm really very sorry that. So now live on recording right now, Sammy, if you're hearing me this, I totally say sorry to you, all right? I mean, we don't do wrong, but market can see it from a different view. So I really thank you for staying so strong with us and still don't mind us putting up your video and still continue to support us. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Sammy, once again. Right, Sammy is our very, very good senior. She has really inspired many, many people in life, I tell you that. And she's been a very staunch, a devoted Buddhist and do a lot of great stuff. I tell you this, good karma that's why her good karma is there. That's why she's also making a lot of money in the market. It's just that there's always some idiots in the world, really, unfortunately, really. All right, but I always believe in this as a Buddhist. We always believe yeah, you can do whatever you want, but time will tell, time will come, and you may not get hit. We have seen it before. You may not get hit, my friends, but your collateral damage around you, that is something you cannot be. It's more painful than that, I tell you that. When you did do bad, you expect bad to happen to you, right? You really expected it. But sometimes karma is a really interesting thing. It doesn't hit you, it hit you beside you. That is the worst part. That is where the pain comes in. Okay. Thank you again. Sorry to go so far away. All right. So 3 points to watch out for today. Watch out for this. Now, the thing is, what if the market really, really pulls back? Then where would it go? I can tell you this upfront. There's so many lines here. If the market cannot hold these 3 lines, then Uncle Arun, careful. The number that you get will be this golden number to watch out for, 14,760. This is the golden number. This number can buy. If the DAX do come down, this number can buy. All right, because most likely because it's never been tested before. When the market go all the way up right to the all-time high recently, the number never been tested before, 14760. So I'm very confident to say that if DAX do come down, there will be intermittent bounce here. There should be, unless it's a massive crash that is beyond. Okay, all right. Okay, unless it's a massive crash that is beyond. Okay, so 14,760. Okay, sorry, I need to reply one message again. In the morning itself, what I will have is this little thing whereby I have to reply messages, and yeah, the survival, right? It's meant for survival. Yeah, so I had to do a little bit more than usual. Yeah, Jefferson, appreciate it. Appreciate you appreciate my magic number, my golden number. Yeah. Just give me a short while, guys. Just give me a short while itself. Not easy to do multitasking at the same time. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so 14,760 DAX. Now that is just the conventional. Let's look at the non-conventional, which is our trade with the boy system. Hey, we must not forget our system. Wow, Hang Seng still coming down. Interesting. China 50. Whoa, wow. What a U-turn. Okay, guys, Remember, I told you China A50, there is a resistance. I told you before, I said many days ago, I told you guys that there is a resistance at this point, the orange line. I said this, there will be a resistance, and indeed it's happening. Oh my God. You know, this is what about TA. When you actually draw already, right, and it really happened, that is how powerful TA is. Indeed. Remember that? I draw this line 3 days ago. I draw already this line. Sorry, 4 days ago. Yeah, I draw this line, right? Remember? Right. If you think that I actually spot on this line, please key the word spot on. Now, in case for a student of mine asking how the hell I know about this line, PTP student, you know that why I draw here. PTP student, you know, right? Yeah, remember PTP student? So PTP student, if you are here this morning and you know why I draw the China A50, please key the word PTP. So that means that you know why I draw there and you recognize it. Remember that? Yeah. All right. Wow. Live sharing. Whew. Hot. Oh, thank you, Susan. Susan, thank you. Thank you. Wow. See, too many PTPs coming. Okay, I have Carl, Eiling, Chong Ming, Eddie, Nicholas, Wilson, Susan, Kim Lai. Right. Wow. Zoom out. Okay. Now. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, indeed. Okay, but that's not how we draw PTP lah. But technique. But yeah, you're right. Yeah, 3 bottom here. So is the market coming down? Well, possible. Anything is all possible. Well, Hong Kong is coming down fast. Wow. Wow. If Hong Kong come out of BNB, that will be a wow. Okay, that'll be wow. Okay. Now, I said before, when Hong Kong come down, actually it's not a very good sign, I tell you that. Really. Financially, we all know, like the financial market, when Hong Kong come down like that, it's never a good sign, I tell you this. So traders, be careful, right? Joe, PTP, Jerry, PTP, Judy, PTP. Yeah, you guys are all the PTP elites. Got that? Okay, sorry to run around. Hey, sorry, Uncle Arun. So sorry. You guys are making me happy, lah. Really, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay, Uncle Arun, today we have is, okay, but the pivot not out yet. This is the old pivot. So today, based on chart-wise, CCRY, that's why today upside on DEX is there, unless, because of the global market, we have a problem. KSI is also green, and the KSI is very green, and it's actually moving upwards. So at the moment now, all looks good. Everything looks good. CCRY also look good. So maybe this morning we should see maybe a gap down first, then maybe it go up. If let's say based on what we're seeing right now, but of course now there's no pivot, so it's very hard to gauge this at the moment. All right, so maybe later on in the afternoon, after my afternoon MAO, I will do a bit of DEX sharing in our group chats. Okay. All right. Yeah, good for your buy low, sell high. Yeah, indeed, that's the idea. Okay, so I've done my job on all this. Let's just now look at our commodities, the one that we are all waiting for. It's a gold. Now I will say this again and again and again and again and again and again. Please keep some money stash it somewhere and prepare to buy gold soon. Not now, soon. All right, soon. Okay, why do I say that? Let me explain this to you. Now, first of all, you can see that gold initially last night went down first because the global market was also coming down. Interesting. Then after that, we saw the gold start to rally all the way up, right? Remember? Because the dollar was already weakening. So the dollar weakening, we can understand and why gold goes up. But very interesting is that after that itself, right, gold came down on its own. But the Dow Jones, the NASDAQ, the yields, Dow Jones and NASDAQ went up, then the yields and the dollar stayed down, but the gold's come down. And that is where I don't understand. That is where I got my question mark already. And the thing is this, why? Why the gold is coming down? That is my question mark next. So all I can tell you is this, in my opinion itself, okay, I'm telling you this, is that, right, if we're going to be able to predict future, I can tell you that we're going to have a hyperinflation at the second half of the year. We're going to have a commodity crazy run. I won't say it's a commodity bull. I will call it as commodity crazy run. And gold will be going higher. And silver will go even higher. So later part itself in the second part MAO, I'll talk about silver soon. All right. So that is my personal take. I put it on recording means that later on it'll be on YouTube also. I'm letting you hear everything, my view. All right. So general forecast this morning, some say it's struggling, consolidating at the 1870. Some say that the RSI is a bit too high now, so that means there's some intermittent selling. Some say that the Bitcoin is because it's down, that's why the gold is going up. We saw that. So let's take a look at the gold right now. Now, this is gold yesterday's charts, okay? So the KSI on the gold is up green, no blue bar at the bottom, so it's very bullish. So above OP is a buy, but the problem is yesterday it was below P2, right? So I kind of not very comfortable to buy below P2 because it's considered as a, anyone can tell me when the market is actually below, opening price is below P2, but goes above OP. That zone, what do we call it? What zone is that? It means that if the market opens below P2, but trades up above OP, but still below P2, that particular zone, how do we call it in TWB system? Anyone can tell me? Wow, you guys are good, man. That's what you see. That's why you see Carl correct, uncertainty zone, Philip correct, Fred correct, Cynthia correct, Colin, Susan, Chongming, drink beer zone. Correct. Drink beer zone. Bridget correct. Hi Bridget. John correct. Uncertainty no trade. Yeah. Recently, another trainer, right? He tries to teach a group of students. Okay. Then after he share, right? Honestly, I probably understand him because trader can see trader, and I can see his point. But a lot of students blur because it's not that easy to apprehend, and it's a lot of need a lot of experience and a lot of a keen eye in trading. So that is where our system overrides it. We have very clear indication of what you can do, what you can't do, and what thing you should be careful on. And you can see now you guys, coming out your answers here and all the same, right? This speaks volume for us. All right. So you can see what happened. Okay, let's take a look here. So gold went up above OP, right? So gold went up. So above OP, we generally don't buy. But because KSI is green, some people went in to buy because they see a BNB and they see CCRY, they go and buy. Not wrong, just that it takes risk. So it was correct initially. Then after that, you notice that a BNB is here. And I told you guys, when you see BNB, you draw the two lines, and it happened to be a CCYR. Can you see that? And it come down. You see that? Wow. Then after that, the best part is this. You notice again, there's a CCRY here, and you look carefully again, it's a BNB over here. Oh my God. So if you follow through again, you will be able to make money again. And then after that itself, it ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong at the pivot 2. Why? Because as I told you guys, the market is in uncertainty zone, right? Then after that, what happened? It basically come down with the CCYR. But this CCYR didn't go down much because why? The KSI is green in color for the day chart. And also, by the time this happened, it's already very late. But what you see, do you notice that the BNB is really almost everywhere? And of course, as I told you before many times, in the bull market condition, the KCX will work very nice. That's why when Susan yesterday called for buy on the KCX, right? Both trade makes money. Yes, both trades makes money because the system is able to tell you now whether the market is bullish or bearish. That's why the gold is bullish. That's why the market couldn't go down. Okay, got the idea now? Cool, right? This is really amazing system. That's why you just have to follow and trust the system. When you see BNB, please take notice of it. If you're not too sure, draw the two lines. You definitely will see the benefit of these two lines. All right. By the way, I just got the senior to draw for some BNB. I will talk about this next Tuesday. Wow, you like it. Okay, so let's look at gold before we go to the alternate market. All right, but before that, wow, what happened in China? Wow, Hong Kong is down, further down. It went below yesterday's opening price. Not good, right? China? Wow, China also coming off. Okay, and it's going to be near to the MA 200, guys. Stand by. For those who want to buy now, look out for MA200 for China A50. If China A50 can hold above 200, MA200, the market will be up. But if it comes down, the next number will be MA30. Okay? Wow, scary. Okay, gold, let's take a look. Now, gold this morning, you can see that. Okay, let me just take away some of the lines here to make it easier to understand. Now, first of all, what I did was very simple. I did this for all of you. I took the high recently with the low recently to generate the Fibonacci level. Okay, to generate the Fibonacci levels. Okay, now Fibonacci is a good so-called retracement tool. But what you can see very close, very clear, everybody take a look. I put the two, there's a BNB, right? I put the high, I put the low with the BNB right here. Then you notice that the 50% mark is here. Now the 50% mark, I'm going to put it right for you now. The 50% mark is somewhere here at 1875. Okay, or 74 around there. Sorry. 1875, 74 level, okay, around there. Okay, so that is the Fibonacci level to watch at 1875. Today, now the current price is 1873 level. So I'm going to give you the first number for this morning. Number one number is the gold must stay above 1875 for upside. Gold must stay above 1875 for upside. If gold cannot stay above 1875, today don't buy gold. Very clear number, right? Because this is a FIBO number, and we can see that the day before or the day before it tested it. Then after that, the next day it tested it again. Yesterday it marginally closed above. By right, it should go higher today, but apparently it's not happening right now. So that's why I kind of suspect that, right, this could be a fake move. So if it's going to be a fake move, then where will it be going next? The next number will be here, 1851 already. Why 1851? Because that is a BNB low here. Let me just verify and double check for you. The BNB low is 1852. So sorry, see, must double check first. Okay, 1852. So I'm going to write it down for you guys. Gold, 50% at 1875. Oops, sorry, 75. The BNB SL is at 1852. Yeah. Okay. So kind of suspect that the gold may come down to 1852 today. Kind of suspect that. All right. Okay. The MA30 is here at 1823. 1823 is MA30. Quite far away, so no problem. But it's a golden crossover. So that's why if it comes down to 1852, right, traders can consider look for buy opportunity. 1852, okay, can consider looking at that. Okay. All right. Weekly chart wise, still very positive, so no worries on that. Silver, this is my silver chart right now, silver. And I think that silver is trying to consolidate power. Another pullback to this point here, I repeat, another pullback to silver around this point will be quite interesting to watch already. If silver do come down to this MA30 again, that will be a good time to watch silver. Yeah, indeed. All right. So watch out for silver here itself. Okay, what is price again? About $26.30. Where are we now? $27.60. So it's quite far away. Okay, for silver level. Right, thank you, Bridget, for informing us. All right, so now we go for silver, for gold, sorry, my bad. Now for gold today, you will notice, what is that? You notice something here? Today, what's missing? What's missing on gold today? Anyone can spot the missing thing that is not there today? Arun, are you here? Remember what we say about this? Yeah, no pivots, right? Exactly. Wow, you guys are good. All right, Snow, Philip, Pauline, Kevin, Bahir, Chongming, Jerry, Fred, Louis, Bridget, Anthony, Michael, Philip. You see, you guys are really good. Joseph, Jefferson, John, Loin, Nicholas. Guys, Michael, no pivots. Yeah, David, no pivot. So how? Uncle Arun said given up on gold. Okay, fair enough, Uncle Arun. Now, remember what I said about no pivot day. No pivot day is known to be technically no directional day. That means that the market want you to take a rest. But also, I also observe, right? That means that you just have to look out for one thing, the opening price. Above OP, buy. Below OP, sell. Simple as that. Correct, guys. Exactly. Take Philip, correct. Fred, correct. Anthony, correct. Okay. You guys are good. Wow, even Mandy, our new student, also know. All right. Exactly, my boy. Today, only look at OP. OP say what? Just do. Treat it like, a pivot. Treat it like above OP, CCRY, buy. Below OP, CCYR, sell. Got an idea? Got an idea? So today could be a very good day for all of you guys. So today, maximize this market day, okay? Trade well, okay? Trade well. I wish you guys all the best. I'm very sure that you guys are going to make a lot of money today trading gold. Yeah, today, I'm very sure of that. All right, that's all we need to do. But if you're shorting gold, please take care of the KSI at the bottom. KSI is green, so that means the downside kind of limited at all the KTRs. So whenever the market comes to KTR level 1, -1, -2, -3, take some profit, okay? Don't be stubborn. All right, don't be greedy also. Okay, cool. Right, so clear. Wow, can't go any clearer. All right, any clearer, you got to do it yourself. Right, familiar? All right, so we have silver covered. Let's look at crude oil, last one, before we go to the alternate market views. Wow, jalat, look at crude oil. Now, I told you guys, crude oil, right, it will come down. And I told you already, and I said this many times. And how do I know this again? Okay, this morning we talked about BNB already, right? You see? Don't need to be a genius. You just need to find BNB. Then after that, draw the two lines, the high and the low. And you have your BNB level. So as long as the market stay below the BNB SL, you sell. Something like that. And indeed, really, it's coming down. So the question is this, right? Is it because the Gaza thingy that brought the crude oil higher? Well, I don't really buy that because, it did have a bit of impact, but not a lot. So the only understanding is that now if the crude oil is still coming down means that there's no demand for this. And there's no demand for this means the economy is not doing as well as what we are thinking of. Hence, therefore, there is some selling. So when can we buy back our crude oil? When can we look to buy back our crude oil? So very simple. My personal take is here. Okay, I already told you guys that this is my personal take on crude oil. So I'm going to give my numbers right now. I suspect that crude oil will have to come down all the way to $57.38 for the buy. If not, the MA 200, which is floating, $56 plus. Okay. Colin say it's Russia and OPEC. Okay lah, fair enough. Wow, Ho Seng, Uncle Arun, don't give up on gold. I need your inspiration. Hey, Uncle Arun, Ho Seng has spoken. All right. Yes, our young man has spoken. Hey, you have to do it better, man, Mr. Arun. See that? Okay, so don't give up. Okay. Now, if crude oil comes down to here, I kind of suspect that it either will rebound. I think so. So if crude oil comes down to 57.38, likely the Dow will also come up a bit. Yeah, that is always the so-called program movement here. Okay, so I've given you all the very clear indication of the market already. Okay, all right, guys, I've done all my work for you every morning. Very tiring, trust me. All right, so we come to the first part of the MAO. For those who have enough, you can take a break right now. For those who are looking for the second part, please stay tuned. The second part today is very short, but yeah, there will be some sharing, but short. Yeah. So those who are staying on, give me 15 seconds. Yeah. Yeah, you can consider to leave now if you think you don't want to hear all this. Second part of it is fine. No problem. Everybody have their Your right to choose. Sad lah, Uncle Arun. Well, I'll give you a love. Yeah. Now, one day we must really invite Uncle Arun and Cynthia. All right. You know, the two of them to sit beside me and then I interview them. What do you think? What do you think? If I invite Cynthia and Uncle Arun, okay? All right. So let me have this thing. Let me coin this KAR. All right. Hey, sorry, what KAR? Oh, am I writing about KAC? If I have actually myself, hey, actually, wait a minute. Arun, Kelvin, Cynthia. Oh, we put that. Like that lah. CAK, cake. Cynthia on my left, Arun on my right, and then in the middle. You know, oh, it'd be cool, right? Cynthia, yeah, CK, KAC. Oh, okay, AKC. Okay, what am I talking about? All right, AKC. All right, what if I have an AKC? All right, event, AKC event, meaning Kel in the center, Arun and Cynthia on my left and right. Wow, I think that will be a stunner, right? And imagine I can ask them all the tough questions. Oh my God, that will be excellent. Civil, good or not? Wow, then we can discuss, yes, what is trading, what is FIFO, what is swing, how to risk low. Wow, I cannot imagine that. That'd be so fun. Okay, so if you guys think that we should have an AKC event, AKC, sounds so funny, but never mind, AKC event, please key AKC right now. Let me see how many of you want the AKC event. If you want the AKC event whereby Arun, Kel, Cynthia, my left and right, put the word AKC, then I will speak to them and see whether or not they want to be part of this. Likely it'll be a session about physically talking to them. I mean, Zoom not fun, Zoom. One way only. Wow, you see? Arun, yeah, then you must scold people, yeah, scold more people, that will be good. All right, Cynthia, are you around, Sister Cynthia? Wow. You see the number of AKC there. Oh my God. M Trader. M Trader, very difficult. Sad. Okay, let's continue while you guys put the AKC, okay? Let's see. Now, the thing is this. We all know the fact of the matter now is that what is happening right now, why is Federal Reserve putting more money? This is what I think Colin yesterday had brought in. And you can see, wow. Normally I ask for reply, no one talk. Now AKC, so many people talk. Geez, not powerful enough. Okay, this is from the Federal Reserve, right? This one you can go online to dig out for it, okay? Now look at the reverse repo operation here. Now reverse operation shows that, right, the amount has surged to 300 billion. Now from 57 billion to 293 billion on Wednesday. Why? Because there's 48 counterparties park their reserve with Federal Reserve in exchange of 0.0. That means that it's actually reversal. They took back the money. This is very different. This is not repo. It's opposite direction. So what is happening right now, right? There is a problem, and this is called as an overnight reverse repurchase agreement. So very cheap in terms of what they are trying to say. The easier way is this one here, okay? The reverse repo is a short-term agreement to purchase securities in order to sell them back at a slightly higher price, okay? So repo and reverse repos are for short-term borrowing and lending, often overnight. Central bank use reverse repo to add money to the money supply via open market operation. So this is something very different. And why is it doing right now? Is there a problem happening in the market? Is there a problem? And that is where the thing is this. They cannot lie. Because this is real, you cannot lie about it. So the question is what suddenly like that? So of course, if you remember, the last time we saw this was in that time during the March period where the numbers surged, okay? That was March period. But the thing is that by the time that happened, the market very cranked down. So think about this. So the next period that was crazy was in 2016 and 2017. All right, that was a period of time where repo operation basically had to come in. So the question is this, why is this happening right now? And that is whereby traders are getting worried. That is the main reason, okay? Now, if you look at the Federal Reserve in terms of their timeline, right? Look at it carefully. They only start to talk about potential tapering. They only talk about it. They only will talk to real tapering only in 2022. So it's not this year. This is what they are saying. And of course, they will look at the pause here and they look at rate hike in only 2023. So they are saying this. But the question is, the inflationary data is really mount the rocket already. So the question is, if they continue to wait further, right, are they behind the yield curve or are they not, they don't know what's going on? So you can see over here itself, right, at the moment, this is what is happening. They do expect this to fall, but they are still looking at very low next year to be the main driver. So the question is, can the market wait? Now, market is always forward-looking, okay? It's always forward-looking. So if the market decided that it's not, there's no need to wait further, right? Then of course things will happen. Okay, right. So in my opinion itself, right, I believe that another pullback on silver will lead to a very good time to buy silver soon, and we will have an event on the 19th of June. Okay, we have a 19th June event whereby I have already more or less got two very special guests. They will be talking about gold, silver trading. All right, no, sorry, wrong word. Gold, silver investment. Now, these are the really top guys in the market, and they will be able to share a lot of stuff with us, especially how about the little conspiracy theory. Do you know that actually silver worth more than this price right now? And you know that, right, silver can go much higher, things like that. So these two gentlemen, they'll be with me and they will be sharing on this. So we're trying to make this event is confirmed on 19th on June. It's just how we present it depending on the current COVID situation. All right, guys, thank you so much once again. I have seen your confirmation that you guys want the AKC event. All right, I'll speak to the both of them. We see how long. If they want, we do. If they say don't want, nothing can be done. Okay. All right. So silver this morning, apparently I saw an article this morning and talk about silver and this thing. And do you know that silver itself we have in Singapore? Silver bullion, right? Look at it. Wow, so many. So this is a Singapore hand, is it? Okay. So this is in the safe house in Singapore, all right? And they are saying that for silver price, you can see there should be more upside to go, right? More upside to go. And you can check that silver in terms of price action movement is definitely beating gold, right? In terms of momentum. So guys, that is where I'm saying that you can keep some money, make some money from silver. Wow, Uncle Arun said on woohoo! Yes, wow, Uncle Arun, you make my day. So now we left only Sister Cynthia. Sister Cynthia, are you here? Anyone next to Sister Cynthia? You know her? Tell her to now respond to us. Okay, I know she's not at front there, so we don't disturb her. All right, Sister Cynthia, I also wish that you join us, okay? Oh, that will be the great interview, right? I love it, man. I already got the idea called the great interview. Okay, thank you guys once again. We come to the end of today's MAO. All right, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, you guys, really once again, for all the sharing today. And you make me feel better. You can see that I changed my face looks better now, and I'm smiling more. Thank you once again. I really appreciate that, guys. Have a great day. Take care. Love you guys. Really love you guys. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Thank you.